Hola, mi Bisshhs, tis I, Cloyce, aka Manny Bish, over on Instagram, and today we are unboxing a CN designer dip order that I got. So, this is my second time doing this voiceover because I accidentally deleted the first one. Let's not get into it. That was just irritating. So, I ordered this during a sale like back in March, I think. And so we're a couple of weeks late to this Manny. So yeah. Um I did order some cuticle oils from them. Now, since you can't smell them yourself through the camera, unfortunately, I'm only going to open one on camera and like just show you the little bottles that it came in and how they work or like what they look like. I just got the 1 ounce, I believe, cuticle oils. Just because I wasn't sure the scent that I would like the most, so I got a couple that sounded good to me. And this is so I could try them out first. This is what it looks like. The cutest little bottles. I would be sure to keep the little bag that they come in unless you have a marker or a labeling situation that you can put on there because they do not have the label of what scent they are on the bottle. And so then these are the dip powders that I got. Now, there is quite a plethora of them. This is Spring Fling. This was the freebie with, if you spent like over a certain amount of money, you got a freebie. Or on every order that day, you got a freebie. I don't know what the situation was. I don't remember. It's been a while. Anyways, these are the colors that I was like super excited about that I wanted to pick up during this sale. And we are going to be using two for this video. So we are going to be using Flutterby and Eden. So those are going to be the two that we're going to be using. These two right here. The other ones, of course, will be used in other videos. So I am going to be doing a design on these nails, okay? So for this, I'm trying to freehand this. I am only doing a stripe down the center of my thumb of dip base. So of course I'm using Manny Boss dip liquids. I'm just doing one strip down the middle. And that is going to be it for Flutterby on this nail. So I'm going to be doing this on two nails to get this design that I'm shooting for. And it is going to be my thumb and my middle finger. And then my ring finger is going to be just Flutterby, and then my index and pinky will be just Eden. Eden is a color changer, which is going to go super good with Flutterby, just so y'all know. Sorry if my voice is like all crazy. I mowed my lawn the other day from doing this video, and my allergies are now starting to kick in. So I am congested, stuffy, runny. How your nose can be stuffy and runny at the same time is will forever be a question in my mind, but whatever. And so yeah, we're just having some issues. So excuse my situation here. Anywho, so I am going to be doing 2 layers for this. Now, again, I am doing this free-handed, which probably wasn't the best idea, but, you know, we did it. We're here. Can't take it back now. I also could not find my tape. So I was like, well, it's going to be a straight line. I can do it. So just following that exactly where I had that first layer, I'm going to go in with my second dip on this. And you'll be able to see that, like, there were a couple of butterflies or glitters that I just could not get off of, like, the area around where I wanted it and intended it to be. Especially on my thumb, which was, like, really irritating. But I digress. Whatever. This, Manny, I was obsessed with this Manny, you guys. I really, really, really was. And on my nails, I do have, I believe I do. Why can I not tell? Is this my natural nail? Or do I have extensions on? Why do I not know? I think this might be my natural nail. I can't tell. Is that my natural nail? Can somebody help me? I'm like struggling to see right now. Anyways, if it's not my natural nail, I put on some Kiara Sky at some point. I don't know if it was before this video or after this video when I did this mani. I put on some Kiara Sky full coverage tips and then just chopped them like almost all the way down so that I could still have like a little bit of extra length but still have them short. I did that. So I don't know if that's this or after. I know for a fact that that's what I had on in that Dollar Tree inspo video, the one that I posted before this one, or before, like a couple of videos ago. The blue mani, I had on nail tips for that, okay? Just so y'all know. Now, I did go ahead and clear cap these situations because I do not want any of Eden, when I put her on, to like get in on the situation. And since I was already clear capping the stripes on my other nails, I went ahead and clear capped my ring finger too, even though she has nothing to do with Eden at all. Yeah, that's what I did. We are scrubby brushing those suckers off, and I am going to now go in with Eden, and I'm gonna do my the nails that are gonna be fully Eden first. So my index and my pinky. So you see how it's blue in the jar, and then look at how it just changes like that on my finger and goes to this really pretty peachy nude color. Like, that is so pretty, you guys. I love this color. It's so fun to go from like, you know, it goes from like classy to sassy, depending on how hot or cold your hands are. Like, I love that. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. So we are sassy right now, and then with the heat of your temperature, with your heat, it will go nude, and then when your hands get cold, you'll be back to blue, which I feel that, because when I'm cold, I am pretty sassy. Like, nobody wants to be cold. Sorry, not sorry. No, thank you. I would rather be hot. To me, it's easier to cool down than it is to warm up. But that's just me. I don't know. How are you guys? What are you guys? Would you rather be hot or cold? Let me know in the comments. And then here I am trimming some of that stuff that was hanging off on the edge of my finger, because of that line. I had a random butterfly hanging off because I do not want anything hanging off the edge of where it doesn't. It needs to stay in its lane, in other words, okay? The dip needs to stay in its lane. And it was hanging out of its lane, so I cut it off, okay? Now, I am going in, this is now my second dip of Eden on these things. These fingers. What? These things, you know, whatever. And then we're going to get into how I did the things on my special fingers, the fancy fingers. So I'm on my thumb. Now, I wish I would have figured this out before I did this, but you live and you learn. I quickly learned on the second finger. So I went ahead and did both sides of this situation, and then I went in and I dipped, right? So I just did both sides, dipped in. There we go. Cool beans. We're good. Now, though, however, I also did try and clean up around the sides like that. You see me, like, scrape around. Now, that was, like, too complicated for me, okay? That was way too complicated. So I learned on this finger to do one side at a time, okay? So I'm not going to be dipping my finger directly in. I'm going to just be leaning more towards the side of whichever I'm working on. So one side at a time is easier than doing the whole nail. All right? You live and you learn. That's what I learned while I was living during this mani. Okay? So now we're going to do the other side. It's just, you don't have to worry about the dip base drying super quickly while you're like trying to paint the other side, because you do have to be like kind of careful and like really pay attention to where you're placing your brush and everything. So it's going to take a little bit longer anyways, and while you're working on one side, the other side could dry quicker, which means your dip's not going to stay on that side. And so it's easier to do one side at a time. You're not stressed out about the other side, and just one side at a time, get it dipped. And then also you're not having to dip your whole nail like directly into it. You're just leaning more to the side, which means it's going to be less likely for the strip down the middle to get like completely contaminated with this crazy blue color, right? So that's my tip for that. So one side at a time, which now I'm doing. So I'm still doing 2 layers of Eden as well. So we're going back over everything that we've just done. And then I could have left this alone, I think. Like, I didn't think it looked bad or anything, but I felt like it was missing something. And for some reason, I don't like just straight, like, color blocked things. I feel like wherever the colors, like, meet, not all the time, but a lot of the time, I feel like there needs to be something extra there where the colors meet. And so for this one, I am going to be doing a little bit of like line art just on there, which you will see me struggle with because of course I'm doing this with my left hand, not my right hand. And I don't know why I always try and do the intricate. Well, this isn't super intricate. I try to do all the like creative things on my right hand. I don't know why it always ends up like that, but it does. And oddly enough, though, for some reason, I would think it's because I work slower because I'm working with my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, that it actually comes out better than when I do it with my right hand, which is interesting. But again, I think it's because I just work so slow when I'm doing it with my non-dominant hand. But whatever. So now we are clear capping our Eden because I do not want to file her away and get any holes or anything in my dip powder from filing, because sometimes I can be heavy-handed and we don't want that. So we are dipping our nails in some clear powder, and I did do a second layer of clear on my ring finger just because some of those glitters were a little bit bulky, so I wanted some more clear on there to make sure that I didn't hurt my glitter. I'm showing you there that some of that Eden did go into my Flutterby, and so yeah, even the part in the middle of my nail on my thumb is changing colors. My bad. So I'm using this gel paint from Savvyland off of Amazon, always linked in the description box. It's also in my storefront, so, affiliate if you shop my storefront, which is also linked in the description box, always. So I am just trying my best to keep this so super straight, and I place the liner brush down and then just quickly move it, trying super hard here to keep it as straight as possible, which I feel like I did fairly good. It's not horrible. It's pretty good. Probably, of course, could be straighter, but I digress. Now, on my middle finger, you're going to see me do something a little different. So my thumb, again, you live, you learn. You find what's easier as you go along with the things. So, for my middle finger, I'm going to pop this in the light for 30 seconds. For my middle finger, I left the brush in my left hand completely still and moved only my right hand. I have my hand resting on this scrubby brush, and I am just moving that instead of my left hand. My right hand is in control, and that was so much easier than having to move my shaky left hand, right? So I let my right hand still do all the work. Now, we are going to activate, and we are going to wipe off that activator and top coat. I am, of course, using Mani Boss dip liquids. So that means this video I am also using the dip top coat, which is one of my favorite dip top coats. Actually, I can't even say one. It is my favorite. It's my only favorite. I only have one favorite dip top coat right now. I do want to try CN Designer dip liquids. I just have not gotten around to it. I need to order some and try them. But yeah, forever in my heart, Mani Boss. They are it right now. They have been for the last like 2.5 years since I started using them. They became an instant favorite. So anyways, second layer, we do quicker, more detailed strokes, and I encapsulate my free edge because I do wear a peel base and I do want my manis to last a couple of days but still have the ease of taking it off, so I do cap my free edge. Now, wait until you guys see this pretty mani. I did forget to do the whole temperature test thing for you guys on this video, so I apologize, but the photos will show you what it looks like completely cold or completely hot. Okay, so pay attention to the photos at the end. This is it. What do you guys think? I love this mani. I really, really love the way that this came out. It was like a favorite. I love it. It's so cute. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell so you can be notified when I upload, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, bitches!